with a business plan. And what a business plan is, we kind of hinted at it earlier. For me, before you reach the eyes glazing over part, imagine a conversation with a friend. Imagine what would happen if you told a friend, I'm going to start a business and I'm going to cut lawns. And they may want to know why. And you say, well, because I really like being outdoors, I like the smell of cut grass. And other questions could be, could you make money at that? How many lawns do you have to cut? Do you need a lot of lawn mowers? How often may they break down? How are you going to find the people whose lawn you want to cut? What are you going to charge them? How are you going to let people know? And if you start writing all these questions down, you realize they clump in certain areas. They clump into areas like revenue, marketing, mission, and you don't have to get real fancy. And an idea of not being fancy is this. This is an actual live business plan. Now, we hid the names here to disguise that, but these are literally two guys who want to cut lawns. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make enough money to buy beer and have some parties. Then they realized, because one of them was getting pressure literally from the parents to move out of the house, and he thought that his plan should go beyond beer and parties. I wish I was making this stuff up, but I'm not. And one was a right-brained partner, the other was a left-brained partner, which worked out really well. It really did. And so as they sat down to develop the business plan, they came in and asked us how you develop it, what should it contain. It should contain whatever you think is meaningful for you, but just as importantly, we found it's really important to have people outside of you who hold you accountable and that you say, hold me accountable. It could be a family member. It could be a spouse who's saying, what the hell were you thinking when you started this? Are you nuts? And this could be the document that says, I really wasn't nuts. Here's the proof. I have documented the evidence. This is Exhibit A that proves that I was not nuts, and I want you to hold me accountable to it. And so this could be, it could be friends. It could be other people. You may want to form your own personal board of directors, maybe 3 or 4 people, and you say, let's get together every month, and I want you to ask me questions about what I'm doing, and I want to also tell you what I'm doing. And the only way you're going to know what I'm doing is if you have access to a document like this. Otherwise, you don't know if I'm making progress, if I'm not making progress, am I on track, am I off track? And oftentimes you may find that a group of people will keep you on track. You may find that you say, you know, my mission is to cut lawns. But then on your own one night, you get fearful and panicky because you're not doing enough lawns, and you decide maybe I should also paint houses too. And when you have your monthly meeting, someone says, explain to me this idea about painting houses. I'm not reading it here. Where'd that come from? Explain to me why it makes sense to do that. This is what the military calls mission creep. Explain to me why there's mission creep. And it may make sense, it may not make sense, but you're being held accountable.